Hello, my name is Niklas, and what you see here is my newest roll and draw game, Florista. This is a solo playthrough, sped up 3 times, and you see here I start the game by filling in the 4 colors randomly in the B chart. Then I copy the colors down to the scoring chart for later use. Starting out the game, you roll 3 dice, and you can always in the solo game re-roll 1. Then you need to position the dice on the 3 charts to decide what kind of flower and how many and what color you draw. You always start the game by drawing the first flower in the center, and then every turn you draw flowers in a string after each other in any direction, as long as you have space. So when you roll a 1, that I placed here last in the how many, you get to place 2 flowers, but the special rule for number 1 is that you can draw them anywhere and they don't need to be connected. Apparently I forgot to mark my turns, because in a solo game you have 7 turns and you can mark the leaves in the top to keep track. I placed the 2 flowers next to each other even though I had the opportunity to place them anywhere on the board. Here I draw around the dotted empty petal. That's because when you enclose one of the dotted petals, you get to draw a free flower, any color, any shape. Again, I forgot to mark my turns. Thinking is part of the game. Alright, so here I draw 4 flowers of the same color and same shape between 2 dotted petals. That means I get to add +2 bonus next to any of the existing points in the charts of that color or that shape. And I chose to add +2 to the specific shape I drew. And that will have an effect in the end scoring calculation. This game has rule and play sheet on 1 page, and you can currently get it from my Gumroad. You find it at Green Hook Games. Whenever you roll 3 of a kind, like I do here, you score the number of one of the die down in the trip bonus on the scoring table. Here I scored 2 points. So this is the last turn, and I will now start to calculate the score. The first scoring rule is the harmony rule, where you look at each circle, each ring in the bouquet, starting with the inner, then the middle, and then the outer. You look at what is the dominating color, and then you score points equal to the number of different flower shapes of that color. For the family score, I only got 1 point because I only made 1 connection. In the third rule, you count the number of the biggest cluster for each color. Then you will score points for the second biggest cluster, and you will add the number of flowers in the third biggest cluster to the score. In a tie like here, you decide what scores first. After adding the trips bonus, I continue to the last scoring rule, where you count how many of each shape you got. Then you evaluate each shape with the shape opposite in the chart. The shapes that are represented the most score points. In a tie, you score points for both. So that was the end of a 15-minute solo game of Florista. I hope I inspired you to try it out. You can share your beautiful bouquets on Instagram with me and others. #Florista. And see if you can beat my score. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.